next to go? Yeah, who's next to go? I checked the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee Live. Bondzee on YouTube.
Good?
Yeah. How the hell are you? I feel that guy's pain for sure. Every Maple Leafs fan does out there. Listen, we got through the first round. I guess if there's a plus side to anything in this playoffs, not a huge plus because we got embarrassed by the Florida Panthers in 5 games. I'll get to that, though. It's Trippin With Bondzee. It's Bondzee Live. How the hell are you? You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Episode 247. That's close to 250. All right, make sure you go and subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's Trippin With Bondzee. Just go there. It's real easy. And hit me up on all the social medias. Trippin With Bondzee, at Bondzee Live. And, yeah, it'd be great if you can follow along. Really appreciate it. All right, tonight on Trippin With Bondzee, we've got a great show lined up for you. I've been excited. I've known about these guys for a while now, and I got some great friends that are huge fans. And we finally made it work. They're called the Feral Minks out of Kitchener, Ontario. And these guys are going to be a big deal, I promise you. And I'm really looking forward to talking to them. They're in the green room right now. I saw them pop in a little early. We'll get to them in about 10 minutes or so. What else? Oh, also Paul Langlois. I think it's supposed to be this Wednesday. I still need, I messaged Paul today. We'll get confirmation on that. But his brand new band, the Paul Langlois Band, has a huge announcement tomorrow. They put it all over their social medias. I can't wait to hear what it is. And hopefully Paul will join us this Wednesday. If not, it'll be next week. Hundo P for sure. It's dream gig for dream interview for sure. As you all know, I'm a massive Tragically Hip fan. Speaking of announcements, I got my own on Wednesday. It's a pretty big one. I was going to drop it tonight, but I'm going to wait until Wednesday, and there's a couple reasons, and that's all I'm going to say on it. Now, basically, I'll tell you on Wednesday what it is and why I waited and what's up and the whole 9 yards. All right? Listen, the show wouldn't be what it is without my sponsors. Love these guys to death. Carefree Camping Rentals. Folks, everybody loves the camping. I mean, who wouldn't want to go sit around the fire? Maybe you got your family. Maybe you got a new girlfriend and she's got some kids and you want to go and wow them. You want to roast the marshmallows around the fire and impress the lady so you can get some of this. You know what I mean? Anyways, go to Carefree Camping Rentals. They're in Aurelia. So it's a perfect place. If you're down here where I am, Hamilton area, Southern Ontario, y'all want to head north. All you got to do is stop in Carefree Camping Rentals at her house. She's got the tent, the chairs, the sticks for the marto roast. She got everything. Okay. Just hit them up. www.carefreecampingrentals.com. She will 100% take care of you. And then when you're done with it, you're driving home, you just drop it off and say, see you later. Thanks. You don't have to get home, put it all away an extra hour or two, out of your time. It's the perfect business. And I'm super proud of my friend, carefreecampingrentals.com. Also, my son's clothing line, Don't Trip Your Fine. Make sure you go check it out. Go to Instagram. The link is there for the business. He's got tons of cool stuff, hoodies, toques, t-shirts, hats, you name it. You can be as cool as this kid. It's called Don't Trip Your Fine. Check it out. The clothing wear is pretty sick. I love the hoodies. Like I said, I think this is the longest I've had one, because every time I wear a hoodie somewhere to a party or I'm out with friends and stuff, somebody takes it. No, they ask, but they're pretty cool looking. So, yeah, now I'm finally got one. I think this one's for keeps, but we'll see. Listen, thanks for tuning in tonight, Wade. I know apparently had nothing else better to do, so really appreciate you jumping in to bust my balls for an hour. I think you're going to love the band Feral Minks if you haven't heard of them yet, Wade. Also, we got Susan in the house. She loves the hip, and I know she loves the Feral Minks as well. What else we got? I gotta go. We did the sponsors. I gotta start off by saying happy belated Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there. I hope you had an amazing day yesterday. I know I did with my mom, old Sarge. She's a beauty. I bought her some really nice flowers. I did. And there she is. Everybody loves her. She's been on the show twice now, and I really appreciate you always all asking about her. She's doing great. She's just a barrel of fun, isn't she? Anyways, I love her to pieces. There's old Sarge back in the day. She raised 3 of us complete maniac hooligans. There's me looking way too cool for school. Well, listen, don't even bust my balls over that picture, because I think that was like 1991, if that. Anyways, God bless all the moms out there. I hope you had a wonderful day. And to all the moms out there that, or people that, maybe your mom's not here anymore. I'm sorry for that. And I know it must have been a really tough day. But listen, there's always a silver lining, isn't there? All right. So I'll quickly mention, because some people have been texting me and asking me. I mentioned I was going for this sort of dream job. I didn't get it. It came down to me and 2 other dudes. Actually, it could have been a guy and a girl. I don't even really know, but I didn't get it. Okay. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to get the job there this year. I just didn't get that one. All right. Not a huge deal. It is what it is. It just means I got to work harder and be better. Right. Yeah. And of course, Wade, don't do drugs. Of course. That's what Sarge would say every day. Gregory Scott, I don't know how you smoke that disgusting marijuana every day. I'm like, well, Mom, it's either that or I'm going to be hanging by a rope. So listen, it is. Weed is what it is. Some people love it. Some people hate it. It does different things for different folks. It helps some people sleep. It helps some people calm the fuck down. And listen, it just helps others have a good time. It is what it is. Hockey, real quick. I got because everybody, I come on here and brag about the Leafs consistently, and I really thought this was our year. And I know we all say that every year, but it just looked good, didn't it? We finally made it out of the first round. We got Florida Panthers, who we thought, I didn't think it was going to be a cakewalk, but I certainly didn't expect to get dusted in 5 games. We played absolutely horrendous hockey. The defense was atrocious. The core 4, who make $40 million between the 4 of them, didn't even show up. It was a fucking disgrace. It's just the Leafs. It is what it is. We're all used to it by now. It was nice getting to the second round, albeit short-lived. I don't know what the hell happens with this team moving forward. I don't think it looks good for Dubas. I still don't think it's his fault. I mean, he's made great moves. The Leafs had an amazing regular season this year, last year. We just can't pull the trigger in the playoffs. Matthews absolutely sucks dick in the playoffs. Our goaltending is lackluster at best. And then you got guys like the Florida Panthers goalie played on his goddamn head. He was the game changer in the series. We just couldn't score on him. It is what it is. Literally, I am done. I'm not done with the Maple Leafs. I'm done with regular season Toronto Maple Leafs, because just wake me up next April 1st, whenever the game 1 is. Hopefully we make the playoffs next year. We'll see what happens. And listen, the Harold Ballard curse continues, doesn't it? It's disgusting. I hate being a Leafs fan sometimes, but it is what it is, and that's what sports is all about. The Oilers, they blew it too. The only happy person on this planet today, I think nobody's happier than that Ratfinkel Gary Bettman. Is there an uglier rat-looking dude on the planet, to be serious? Like, look at that. It just drives me insane. And he said, I'm so glad both Canadian teams are gone. You know, I just, Okay, listen, I know the Leafs sucked, okay? And I'm not going to harp on this too much longer. I got to get to my boys who are waiting in the green room. Feral Minks coming up in like 2 minutes. But I got to say this before I get to those guys. The Leafs have a hard enough time winning games in the playoffs and getting past the first round, which we did. We certainly do not need to get double-fisted by the refs. And I'm not saying it was every game, but it certainly was the last game in Game 5. I mean, it's 2023. How can we not get the calls right on the ice with 18 camera angles? I think there was even more TVs than that I saw in the war room there in Toronto. I just don't understand it. Fans in the stadium saw it go in. There was video of it. But yet it was still called no goal. It just makes you wonder. It really does. Sports is one of those things. And I mean, it's happened before. It's, the fix is in. And maybe it just, I will admit I was 100% wrong. I thought, and I should have known better because of Bettman and his ways. And he doesn't want to see Canadian teams in the NHL finals for whatever reason. He just doesn't think it's a ratings gold. But I beg to differ. And I thought this was the year where you got the Edmonton Oilers. Killed it in regular season. Connor McDavid scored 64 goals. the Maple Leafs, we got some great players too. Who wouldn't want to watch the core four against Draisaitl, McJesus, and Hyman and stuff? It wasn't meant to be. Both teams are out. And we'll see what happens next year. And Bettman's rubbing his hands with glee. So there's that. And I just think it's pretty brutal. Yeah, we didn't even deserve to beat the Florida Panthers. But my God, I just don't understand how you can get those calls. Imagine that was Game 7 or something. And it was Stanley Cup final. And that goal was disallowed. It just doesn't make sense. All right. I got the hockey rant out of the way. I'm going to get to my notes. This band, they've been on my radar for a bit now. I think just before the new year at the end of 2022, I started, caught wind of them, started really listening to them on YouTube and stuff, and I have become a really big fan. Sorry, I'm just looking for, oh yeah, that's the Alberta Fire. I'm going to talk about the Alberta Fires on Wednesday, and I think we're going to have a guest from the Alberta area, Northern Alberta, to come on and let us know what's going on up there. It really doesn't look good, but that's Wednesday. Without further ado, we got to bring these guys on. They've been waiting patiently, and I thank you so much. It's Kent and Al from the Feral Minks. How are you guys?
Good. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing great, and I really appreciate you taking the time to join me on Trippin With Bondzee here on YouTube. You guys are busy fellas. You got a lot going on right now, eh?
Yeah, well, thanks for having us, for one. Sure. Yeah, we got, we released a single May 5th, a new single.
You did.
We are in the
Prince Edward County.
Yeah, we're in Prince Edward County on Friday.
Week. We got a bunch of shows lined up. Yeah, we've got this rock search contest that's currently on the go. That's a big one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm going to put the link on the bottom right now. I'm going to switch it up. There's the link. Folks can go. What you're talking about is it's been around a long time, hasn't it? There's been some great bands that have won this search, including the Glorious Sons out of Kingston, the Trues, Finger 11, to name another one. And now you guys are in it top 12 right now. Am I correct?
Yep.
And the folks can go to iHeartRadio.com, the 97.7 Hits FM Rock Search. Make sure they vote for you guys. I did my due diligence today, and I encourage everybody to go to that link and vote for you guys. So walk me through this. How did the whole process come about, and how did you get signed up for the Rock Search? Because, I mean, they're not just going to take any band. So how did that all come about?
Well, like you said, it's kind of been a thing on our radar as well for, the last year, 2 years. And we missed the sign up last year. Okay. And then this year I made sure I checked every month when that was coming out. So we were kind of on the ball this year to get into that. And yeah, we just created a SoundCloud link. Okay. And with 3 of our top songs, which also 2 of the songs on the SoundCloud link are unreleased. So if people want to go and vote, they can check out those 2 songs too. And yeah, then we just got the announcement on the 5th that we're one of the top 12.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations. Now, I've seen videos. I haven't had the luxury of seeing you guys live yet, but I've seen some videos, and I mean, you guys don't muck about. You know what you're doing. You got the look, you got the sound, the whole process of that. So you get these 3 songs, you give it to them, and then how many does it start with, first of all? Like a lot, or?
Let's just say this guy's a writing monster. It can get a little bit overwhelming sometimes. We've got kind of a constant folder going on a drive where we're always uploading stuff. Anyone's ideas are added to the folder, and then we'll kind of scale through it, and we'll break them down, and we'll make a smaller folder for things that we really like. But yeah, there's almost over 250 songs in there.
Wow!
At all times, like I said, he's
wow,
crazy.
You are a writing machine.
He totally is. Yeah. But we've been very lucky to narrow it down, and with some influence, obviously. We've been working with a few different people, Jay Emmons being one of them. So he's got a very, very heavy influence on everything that we're choosing on, rightfully so, with his experience. So it's pretty cool. I think we always end up figuring it out, and there's never much bickering too. Everyone seems to be on the same page, and everyone's down with it. That's the biggest difference for me, anyways, playing with this outfit.
Yeah, that's cool. So listen, I'm going to touch a base a little more on everything you sort of just said with Jay coming aboard and stuff. But I want to make sure we get the word out for you guys, because this is a really big deal, this rock search. And I want to make sure people know. So there's 12 bands left. What do you think sets you guys apart, the Feral Minks, from the other 11 bands that are remaining? And, how do you think it's going to go?
Like, honestly, I think like all the bands are kind of different from each other. So I don't know how they are going to choose the top 6 and then the top 3 after that. But
Right.
I think it's going to be a tough decision because, yeah, like I said, like I don't think we sound really like any of the other bands, and you can say that again or about the Wilderness that are also in the top 12, and
right.
We played with Live Animals, and they don't sound like us, and they don't sound like the Wilderness, and it's kind of like
very diverse, that's for sure, across the whole scale. So it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be neck and neck. I'm hoping we bring a different kind of charisma when it comes down to that live show. We like to have a good time. And yeah, we're just gonna be playing our hearts out if we do get through.
Yeah, for sure. So is it nerve-wracking? Because I noticed like between when it starts and then sort of the finish. I mean, June 5th, they announced the top 3, like you said, but there's the top 6 first, and then the final is until June 19th. Is it nerve-wracking for you guys as sort of newer musicians and wanting to win this so bad? Is it like, I wish it just could be over?
Yeah, like it is for me. Like before we got announced that we're in the top 12, it wasn't really nerve-wracking because like, it's our first kind of year as a band.
You're not expecting to get in.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times you're just like, okay, well, we'll put in the submission, for a lot of things. And, like grants and all that kind of stuff, contests and all those sorts of things. But it definitely does take a turn. It's a little bit more, exhilarating when you do get in.
Yeah,
for sure.
Knowing what's happened with some of the past winners like Glorious Sons and the Trues and stuff, this must be a really big deal for you guys, and you must really want it. Like I said, it must be nerve-wracking, but you got all our supports. I know I can see there's a lot of fans here, and there's a lot of comments too. So I really wish you guys all the best of luck in that. And let's get back to the start. Feral Minks. It was just you originally, I believe, Kent, and then the band formed. Explain that whole process and how that all worked out.
Yeah, it all started with like the COVID lockdown kind of thing, right? Like Al said, like I'm always writing. Like I'll come downstairs and I'll write a couple ideas, or I'll write kind of the bones to a full song kind of thing. So I had lots of songs to kind of go off of, and then I just said, I was in a band before, and then like I said, COVID locked everything down, so I was kind of doing just a solo thing with a buddy of mine who did all the recording and the mixing and that kind of stuff out of Conestoga. And so I did that with him for probably, it kind of took a year for the first EP, and after that
sort of took off. Is this the one that you're talking about? Am I?
Yeah.
And that's the one that got Jay's attention, correct?
Yeah. So I've known, Al too, but we've known those guys probably for, I don't know, about 6 years now.
Oh, okay.
And I was running some tunes by Packer, their drummer, Adam.
Yeah.
And then Adam kind of pushed him over to Jay, saying, Jay's kind of doing the producing thing now, and why don't I, send these along to Jay? And then Jay, saw something in him, and I sent him also demos of, the stuff that I've been doing in the basement just by myself kind of thing. And it all stemmed from that.
That's amazing. So then you go on to form the band after the single came out. Jay sort of steps in, and now you got these beauties all together. It's pretty awesome, and it really looks like you guys have been playing together for forever. I mean, the chemistry on stage, even the latest video, which we're gonna get to in the newest release, just looks like you guys have a good time. And I mean, this art here, where's this one? It just like you guys just look like cool, rad dudes who just get along and have fun playing music. You really pull it off. Is that how it is, or?
That's how it is. Like,
cool.
I've known Al for, I don't know, 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Al and Jay, our bass player, we've been in
a few different bands together now. Yeah, we've known each other since high school. And then Ryan, the drummer too, he's played in bands that we've been kind of playing with all over the place under different bands and different names. So there's definitely some existing chemistry and friendships that have been established there for long before this was actually our team. But we knew right away off the hop that, yeah, when we got into this, coming out of COVID, we all kind of were in different bands that kind of shut right down, and killed all the momentum. And then as soon as we saw things opening up again, I think all of us got the itch to be back in it, and especially to see some of our friends getting back out there that are doing really good in the music scene. You know, like seeing the Suns getting back out there and playing full rooms, seeing JJ Wild get back out there, played full rooms.
She's awesome.
And just seeing all that energy, that we were just jonesing for it again. So when Kent approached me and a few of the other guys, but I didn't really hesitate this time.
It was a no-brainer. Yeah, right on, Al. Boston Levi, another band that Jay's working with, and you guys are pals with, and I know you guys both played a show together not too long ago, correct?
Yeah, we played Ottawa, Kingston.
Cool. Good bunch of guys, eh?
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah, awesome. I love how the whole music scene is. Y'all get along so much. I've had the Wilderness on and Cazador and who else is the Luscious Band? Just name a few, and it's just y'all love each other, and it's so cool to see and how sweet it is, and that's really amazing. I gotta ask, and I'm sure you've been asked 100 million times, but Feral Minks, where does the name come from? It's a little unique.
Yeah, so it's kind of a two-part kind of thing. Like my aunt's got like a fishing camp up near Espanola. So we've been going up there as kids like all our life, and then continuing on into our adult life. And there's a little blasted channel that you can get from kind of one lake to another lake. And there's the odd time you can see these minks running through there. So that's the mink part. And then again, when we're up there, I think it was the summer where I kind of came up with the name or whatever. I was really into the Rival Sons and their one song, Feral Roots. So it kind of stems from being up north, listening to the Rival Sons and going through this blasted channel.
Cool. I love it.
The Minks, yeah.
It really is. It's a catchy name too. It gets you thinking for a second. Feral Minks. I wonder, what's the reason behind that? All right. Besides winning Rock Search, which I think you guys got a great shot. I don't know too many of the other bands, but from what I've seen of you guys and heard, and I already see, know your following on the social medias it's doing really well. What are the goals and aspirations for you guys in the future? Is this full time, like long term? We want to be Feral Minks together forever, sort of deal, or is that the goal?
Yeah, I think that's the goal.
Fuck the 9 to 5 shit, eh, boys?
That's definitely the goal. Yeah, we've all been grinding for a long time. Some of us have been playing for over a decade and working full time the whole time too. So it's definitely something that we're all hoping to achieve and taking pretty seriously. And that was kind of the bottom line getting into this, and even picking the guys that were going to be in it. It was brought to attention right off the hop that we need to be serious about this. And when we have opportunities, we're going to have to make some sacrifices, which that's the hardest thing in this gig, right? Yeah. I mean, it's a very hard thing to explain to family and friends and especially people that don't really have passions. That's they don't get that's it. One thing that you'll have some people that just think, well, if it's not making you any money, then how are you doing it? And it's like, well, that is the long-term goal, definitely, is to make a comfortable living. But I mean, on top of that, it's also the enjoyment, the experience, what we're also bringing to others. Like there's nothing better than seeing that a room full of entertained people, that are able to just put their whole week behind them and forget about it. That's some kind of payment just within itself, right?
Sure.
But definitely bottom line is to make this the career, and fingers crossed that hopefully we can do that. We're gonna give it our hardest shot until then.
Yeah, for sure. And best of luck, and I'll be there supporting you guys. So sorry to cut you off, Ken.
No, it's all right. Also, like going into all of this for myself, like I got two kids at home. One's turning 5 next month and the other one's 2, but it's also nice to kind of do this and learn this kind of aspect of life, and even to have recordings to show them, down the road and for them to show their grandkids or whatever kind of thing, right? I just want to, you know, the family and the music is kind of like tied together.
Yeah, it sure is. I'm always fascinated by the writing process of a band, and as you guys are sort of fairly new, and Kentar, you mentioned that you do a ton of the writing. How is it? Has it transitioned now that you've got 3 other guys in the band, or is it still mostly you? What is your guys' process?
For the most part, it's kind of still, I would say 85%. I would come downstairs and get an idea, and then take it to the band. And then Al also does writing. He's a great songwriter. He's been in. Do you want to say your band names?
I've played in a couple different bands. I used to play in a band called the Royal Streets, which actually included JJ Wild for a little bit there.
Oh, cool.
A band called Flowers for Daniel, and a number of different things. Our drummer was playing in Pilot Project and Shy Harry, a bunch of different bands too. But yeah, so I've always found it easiest that way. If one person kind of gets the bare bones. When you're sitting in a room and you're all kind of pitching ideas at the exact same time without kind of like a map to follow, some sort of skeleton anyways, before you start adding all the flesh on, it can be a little bit overwhelming. And I feel like you just kind of end up running in circles and beating your head against the wall and kind of bashing good ideas because you've pushed yourself to the max, that you're not hearing things clearly for what they are. Whereas if there is a bit of structure already, then it's a lot easier to kind of break that down and maybe rearrange it a little bit. And, you can push your chorus here or trim the fat and cut something right in half. But that's always worked for me as a writer as well. Anything that I bring out, that's kind of where I was comfortable. So with Kent being able to follow that same formula, it's a little challenging to add on to things at the start, I find, but then as soon as we get our ideas and our parts kind of sorted out, it's a lot quicker to just kind of compile it all, throw it all on and get a finished product.
So as both of you being prolific songwriters, and especially you, Kent, it sounds like more like a catalog of, say, at least 200 to 250 songs is a lot. Where do these inspirations come from? I mean, I know you have a family, so is it different than, say, the inspirations from Al, and then you guys sort of are molding that together as a band, or how does that work? Where do the inspirations come from both of you being so, I guess, different in your life?
For me, it's, and I'm sure for Al, it's a wide range of things. It's like, one day you could be writing about, your kids or your wife or whatever. And the next day you're writing about partying or, it's, yeah, the inspiration thing is whatever I'm feeling.
Is there certain lines that come to you and you'll go, or you'll hear something somewhere and you piece those like sentences or words you've heard?
I like to take that approach quite a bit. I'll just kind of like earlier songwriting, I would come in and I would almost sit down and be able to just like bang out like a full song in one sitting, kind of all one story, whether it was made up or whether it was a real event. But what I find more so now is I'll have random little ideas that'll pop into my head throughout the day, get that line in, whether it's a metaphor, whether it's, just relating to something, or whether it's a real thing. And it's very right in your face. But I'll find that I'll get a few little lines and then kind of sit back on that. And it could be like a week before something else pops in my head, and I'll throw that in, and it'll just be kind of a mashup of a bunch of different stuff. But by the end of it, so much of it does work together. They're kind of like the underlining messages, the cool like sentences and the cool words and the cool wordplay. And then you kind of craft a story through that so that you have all of those things that intertwine it together.
Do you wake up a lot in the night? You find jotting stuff down?
Oh my gosh, 2 a.m. is the worst for me. And 7 a.m. comes around real quick.
Yeah. And is it the same with melodies and riffs and stuff too, I guess? Or is it more so lyrics that sort of keep your mind going more?
For me, like, I'm the total opposite of Al. Like, I wish I could remember to write down lines that I've heard during the day, kind of thing.
Yeah.
when I come down, I will start with a riff or a melody or chord progression or whatever, and then I will go from that, like how it makes me feel kind of thing, and I'll just start kind of freestyling stuff and get kind of a vocal melody like that, and then I will kind of shape it with what I want to say after that kind of thing.
Yeah. Jot down the rough ideas as fast as you can so that you don't forget them. Yeah. Or just hope you have something recording the entire time, because it'll just go right through your head. And
voice notes are
your best friend. Yeah.
I don't know how they wrote before cell phones, but
I mean, pad and paper in the back pocket, baby.
That's right. That's right.
Boys, let's get a brand new single just put out. It's a banger. It's called Good Time Ball and Chain. And you got a video to go with it. Who shot the video? Because it looks like, again, you guys had a blast doing this video.
Yeah. So a good buddy of ours, Jamil, over at Captivate Media, actually.
Okay.
He's really, really close with our bass player, with Jay. And we reached out to him kind of at the start when we were just getting everything in order and figuring out our ideas and whatnot. And we went back and forth with him for ideas, and we were picking out all of our scenes that we were going to do it in. And he was really patient with us, because we did a whole shoot day where we thought, okay, this is going to be the concept. This is going to be everything. And we actually ended up going back to him and saying, we're going to have to do a whole other shoot day, because there's a whole bunch of B-roll that we want to get. There's a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff that we think would make this video really cool. And thank God he was patient with that and was down to do that with us and work with us on that, because we ended up getting all the footage that we were hoping for.
Cool.
But he's a wickedly talented dude. Very good at his craft.
You guys mind if I play a bit of it, and we'll show the fans what we're talking about? Yeah, let's rock it, because it kicks ass right from the get-go.
Well, it was not my game. Maybe had a little too much to drink. And in the end, no one cares. Take a damn sled down the basement stairs. Put on the record and roll to the sound of the rhythm they make. To the sound of the rhythm they make. Well, things have changed, and damn it, they are not the same. But not enough to change my good time ball and chain. I can't complain, it's only to my veins. I've been down, I've been out, it's coming back again. I've been bound to the good time ball and chain.
I love it, boys. I love it. Banger. Like, it's just so, you can just see it. Like, you can feel it. It's hard driven. It's catchy. And you can just feel the excitement in that tune. So way to go. I think you absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, thank you.
Where's the inspiration come for that song? Because it's a catchy title too, Good Time Ball and Chain. Is there sort of I'm dying to know.
The inspiration is like each verse is kind of split up into two little stories.
Okay. Yeah, and you can actually, he's got a really good breakdown for all. There's a 3-part thing on our Instagram of him describing each different verse, basically in detail for where the inspiration does come from. But yeah,
so like the title, there's lots of different meanings behind it, kind of thing. Like you can say, maybe you get home from work on a Friday and you don't really feel like going out or whatever, but you kind of get pulled out there by your friends and they could be your good time ball and chain.
Yeah.
You wake up Saturday hungover, well, you blame it on the good time ball and chain, or
go do it all over again.
Or on a Thursday, if you get that midweek itch.
Yeah.
Lots of different
it's a banger. I think it's going to take you places, boys. these days, 2023 in the music industry, it's really changed since the old days in rock and roll and stuff. So much fan engagement these days, and it's a big part of being a band. It's not just playing the music; it's actually getting out there and interacting. And how do you guys find it difficult? Do you embrace it? It is different, though, for sure, eh? I'm sure from when you started.
Yeah, I've at the beginning, I think Al too, maybe like found it a little difficult just to kind of keep up and get out there more than just putting a post up a week kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that for me it was difficult at the beginning, but now I'm getting the hang of it. I know he's a wizard at doing the TikTok videos and stuff like that. So yeah, for me it was a little well, like I know I've never done anything like that before, right?
Yeah.
So you just kind of you have to do it to
it's keeping up with the times too. Like things have changed so much in terms of social media and whatnot. Like I remember 10 years ago starting out with a band, all you basically had was Facebook, and that was kind of like the main focus and where you would put all of your content and everything like that. And then now that's kind of like faded away, and it's become Instagram and TikTok, and makes us feel a little old getting into the TikTok.
I know, right?
It's crazy how fast things can develop, and just trying to stay on top of it, especially with that 3 years of COVID. But I mean, that kind of slowed everybody down. So it's really cool now that we're getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
Just staying on top of it.
I think the music industry again has changed so much, and now it is really fan driven. And back in the day, you didn't get to interact or text message or message Guns N' Roses or Metallica on Instagram and stuff. It just didn't exist, and it was strictly music, and you didn't really get to know anything about their private lives. And it is definitely different these days, and I think you guys are doing a great job, because it certainly is an integral part of the whole industry is interacting, and I think it's easier for some musicians and harder for others, but I think you guys embrace it at where you're at, and and I think you really have to with we want to win this contest so bad. You got to get it out there and interact with everybody and spread the good word like we're doing tonight, right, boys?
For sure.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
So speaking of shows too, you got some coming up. I know we're playing Friday, May 19th, Prince Edward County. You mentioned that at the beginning of the show. And then Saturday, June 10th, here in Burlington, which is just down the street from where I am. So I'm stoked. I'll be coming to that show. That's at the Nickelbrook Brewing Company. Yeah, and then June 13th, it's at the North by Northeast down in Toronto, correct?
That one is the 16th.
Oh yeah, because it goes from Tuesday. Sorry, I had the dates it runs from. Yeah. So you guys are playing the 16th?
Yeah, at Kaskawut, I think.
Okay.
Kaskawut.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's actually a Kitchener showcase. So all the bands that night are from Kitchener.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, we also, I think it's going, well, I don't know if it's announced, but I think we're playing in Kitchener with Cassador on June 8th.
No way. Breaking news right here, kids. Get your tickets.
That's in the works right now, and that should be officially posted kind of in the next few days with ticket links and whatnot going out.
Amazing.
But yeah, so that's kind of a bit of a surprise, another local one that we hopped on last minute.
Cool. Well, thanks for dropping that on the show. That's awesome.
For sure.
Yeah. So listen, any more big plans other than that for the summer? Are we just working on it? Summer festivals, this and that, maybe a new album or something, boys?
Well, the plan is to drop another single. Okay. We're not too sure when, maybe end of June, July kind of thing. We're still playing with dates. And then, we've got a festival that we're playing in Cambridge.
A newer festival. It's the first.
Yeah, the first time
year that they've done this one.
Okay.
And apparently there's they got a pretty good lineup, but nothing is kind of out there yet. So just
we better not make any announcements before they're official. But there are some really cool big headliner acts that they have on that. We're pretty excited to be a part of that one. Definitely more details are going to be available very soon. And then we've got another festival at the end, kind of in the fall, Gussapalooza, it's called, a smaller festival that's kind of up towards Barrie.
Yeah, Cookstown.
Okay.
Cookstown. Yeah, in Cookstown. So we're really excited to be a part of that, following them and checking out their posts. It looks like a really good time.
And then after that, I think maybe release something else, rather another single or maybe the EP.
Okay.
Yeah.
The EP's ready to go.
Amazing.
So,
well, look, fellas, I really appreciate your time. This has been a great chat. You know, I'm a huge fan now, and I'm stoked for you guys. Definitely got to come and see you in Burlington, and then some other that Cazador show I'm coming to for sure. I love both you guys. So I love the look. I love the sound. You guys are super cool and chill. I hope you enjoyed the chat as much as I did.
Oh yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, well, listen, I hope again you guys, I'm all for you guys winning the 97.7 Hits FM Rock Search. Folks, make sure you go out. You got to vote for these guys. The ticker is rolling along the bottom. We'll leave it up there till the end of the show, and go vote. I think you can vote once every hour, right?
Once every hour, and that goes until the 18th. So
all right.
That'll be wrapping up. That'll be wrapping up end of this week.
We got to get you guys in the top 6. I think it's a no-brainer, but listen, we still got to do the work, right? So I encourage everybody to go out there and get that done. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys win that damn thing.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Well, have a great rest of the year, boys. I look forward to seeing you at the upcoming shows. And yeah, I wish you nothing but the best.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
thanks,
brother.
guys. Cheers. That's Feral Minks. That was Kanta. That was Al. A couple of solid dudes. I really enjoyed that chat. Listen, you got to go check them out. The brand new single, Good Old Ball and Chain. I love the name. I love the song. It's a catchy little ditty. It's hard driven. It just, you put it on in the car. If you're on your way to work, you're feeling miserable, fucking hungover, and just blah. Pump that bad boy on and you'll feel better right quickly. You will. And then on the way home, you're all tired. I shouldn't go out. It's Friday night, but I want to go out. Pump that on. Guess what? You'll be going out in no time. All right. Make sure, please make sure you go vote for them. They need your help. They don't really, but I think they're going to destroy it. But make sure you just go vote. Okay. It's that easy. Whew. Deep breath, Bonds. That was great. I really enjoyed that. What else? We should get to. All right, I'm going to dump some photos. I got some crazy videos, too. Why don't we get to I got to play this video for you guys because it is absolutely mind-blowing. This guy who's sitting there and got this on film, and you'll see that this isn't just a still camera sitting there. There was a dude sitting in this chair whilst a big old brown bear rolled up and decided to have a peek around. Check this out. And it gets a little creepier here. There's no way that this guy didn't go home with Hey. Like, that's not nice the entire planet. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, holy cripes. I probably would have had a heart attack. All right. Update on the plane girl. Remember, I was flying home from Nicaragua and I was supposed to I talked to this beautiful girl for like 2.5 hours. And then I got off the plane and I absolutely blew it. And no, I didn't get her number or Facebook or Instagram or nothing. There's no update. I have nothing. Sadly, she never reached out, or maybe she saw the show, but she was like, yeah, fuck you, clown. Anyways, remember I brought up the kid in Boston at the Fenway Park watching the Red Sox game, sees a smoke show in the stands, hands his phone 17 rows up. It talks to her on the phone. Look at this. Check this out. Son of a bitch. There's two of them. I gotta give credit where credit is due. But look, there's in the top part, ending up the phone, at the number, goes back, so I'll call you, take the call, and then on the bottom, there's still how do you give him listen, it is what it is. It was all because that guy had the cojones to pull it off and ask for the goddamn number, which I couldn't do. Is what it is. Stop making fun of me. All right, listen, so that relationship looks like it's going to work out just fine. I'll tell you a relationship that's not going to work out just fine. Wait till you see this video, folks. Now, to preface this video, they are in a tiger sanctuary. Probably not the right time to get in an argument with your significant other and get out of the car. Watch. In the middle of a goddamn tiger sanctuary, this yenta gets out of the car and wants to give her husband a piece of her mind. Well, watch this. And, yep, see you later. And Buddy's like, do I go get her? And he went to go back for a second, but he's like, well, fuck, if I don't go back and she lives, I'm never going to hear the end of it. So he had to take off to go try and get her. Then in comes the cavalry. I'm going to play this one more time. You got to watch this again. This crazy, insane yenta gets out of the passenger seat, goes around the car. What, you couldn't be close enough inside? What are you going to do here? Like, anyways. And, well, said tiger in tiger sanctuary comes and snatches her away. As he should. He's like, look at that, fresh meat. Comes and gets her. Anyways, I'd love to know how that video turned out, but sadly, we probably never will. Moral of the story is, do not get out of the fucking car in a tiger sanctuary. Tiger. What did I say? Tiger. Okay? I think it's self-explanatory, but apparently not. Listen, I got to golf a couple times last week. I went and played on the weekend. First time I played with my little brother in quite some time. And then I went with a great high school old childhood buddy of mine as well. And we had a great time. It got a little not heated between us, me and the marshal. There was a 6 of them ahead of us, and they were causing a ruckus. And it was 25 minutes to wait on a hole. And I was getting a little upset. Okay. I had to call the pro shop and say, yo, you can't have 6 of them out here. These guys are wrecking my day. And I don't want them to wreck my day. So come fix it. Anyways, I still wasn't having as bad a day as this guy. You ready? This guy got really, really upset in a golf course. Watch this. Shank into the woods. In there. When I was younger, not anymore. Then he took a whole new level. Bye-bye belt. Oh, that's my shoe. That's pretty good distance. Oh, there goes the hat. You got any more? Oh, there goes the glove. Yard sale. We have our bills in yard sale. Watch this one more time. I have never, ever, ever in my life been angry at a golf course. And I've been playing since I was 4 years old. How about that? I have a public tour. Fucking one like that. That's okay, but a shoe? Never. Hat? I don't even think I've ever taken it off and whipped it to the ground. And then the glove. See you later, gloves. Out on the golf course. What a miserable sod. All because he shanked one shot. Folks, I got to play you this one video before I get out of here. I'm not sure how long we're into this, but there's dumb and then there's dumb. This reporter, God bless her, she's just doing her job. Maybe. Shut up, Wade. But you make it so easy to make fun of you. Yeah, well, is what it is. At least I make you laugh, I think. I hope. This lady made me laugh today. You got to check this out. This reporter, I don't know, maybe something happened and her brain just wasn't into it and she lost focus. But it's not so much of watch her. It's more listen to what this silly girl has to say. Ready? Go.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment.
You're kidding me.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment.
Really now, was he? That's because he's
the man
dead.
Who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment.
I just can't even understand.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment.
You're kidding me. I absolutely love it. My chair keeps sinking on me. I gotta lift it up. All right. We are at what? 49. Now what's playing? What did I do now? I hit something by accident. Oh, there we go. Nope. What did I hit? What's playing? Oh, I don't want that. All right. Back to Did I just where's my screen? There we are. My computer just went completely sideways and I had no clue what was going on. Your fat ass has boned. Listen, I've been sitting on this chair for quite a while now, and you know, we've done a lot of talking on this chair, if you will, and maybe it is time to maybe my fat ass has just had enough. Riveting, I know, dude. Listen, my whole computer just went sideways and crashed on me. And I'm still trying to. Now I can't play anything else, video wise, but. I got to show you a couple of pictures before I get out of here because I'm just sick of looking at them on my screen and I want to dump them. If there's not a better tattoo job in the world, then I don't know what is. Check this out. Dude's hand on the left looks awful. Absolutely awful. He went and got it tattooed. That's a goddamn amazing tattoo job. I'm kidding you not. That's 100% real. I can't verify it. But what is also real is this clown. I had a rule. Now I've got a plethora of tattoos on my body, okay? But rule numero uno. I was married with my ex for 17 years. What would I ever have thought of putting her name on my body? Are you insane? Not buddy balls here. He's on Carla at the moment. Judging by the other three that are rubbed out, probably ain't gonna go so well, Carla. So don't fall too in love. What else we got here? I got to show this one. Did anybody see the town hall with Trump? When did he do that? I think it was Friday night on CNN. You want to talk entertaining? Whether you love that guy or hate that guy, that was 1 hour of pure entertainment. And I've heard a lot of people say the exact same thing. I had to watch it simply because I get a kick out of Donald Trump. Everything he says is just, everything's great, you know, and it's always the hands. And he told the lady who was interviewing him or asking the questions, he called her, he said, you're a nasty woman. Anyways, if you didn't check it out, you got to check it out. But I thought these tattoos were great. Could you imagine some dude went through the trouble of getting this tattooed on his bicep? Holy mackerel, that is some dedication. I mean, look at the detail in this stuff. Old Hillary does not look like, look here. What's his name? Look here, Trump. I tried to put it in Hillary forever from behind, and she just wouldn't let me. You are one lucky fella there, Trump. Listen, let's go have a cigar, and you can let me know how you got to enter Hillary from behind. That's my lame, whatever you call it. I'm tired. I really am. I'm ready to finish the show. It's 53 minutes. I got to get out of here. I can't even remember what the hell impression. There we go. Way to go, dummy. Couple of crazy tattoos before I get out of here. This one is a huge fail. Jimmy Seinfeld. Great tattoo of Seinfeld, actually. It looks quite well, except we buggered up the name, and I just don't know how you can really do that. Somebody really loved Marilyn Monroe. They did, but watch this. Good Christ above. What? It looks like Ronald McDonald on crack. There's this beautiful Marilyn Monroe on the left, and then Ronald McDonald on crack on the right. Well, that's one hell of a tattoo gone wrong, my son. What do we got next? Speaking of crack, Jesus on crack. And something happened to his nose and one side of his face. It looks like poor old Jesus had a stroke he did. Man, oh man, could you imagine? The one side looks pretty decent, and it looks like the tattoo artist just got lazy on the left side. And oh, wow. And then this got my attention because I don't think maybe this is what he was going for. Maybe his daughter drew it and he's really proud of his daughter or his son's little drawing of what's that, the Lion King there, and he wanted to replicate that. That is the only excuse I can see for having this bad of a disgrace of a tattoo. And listen, that takes up quite a piece of real estate on his back, doesn't it? Good Christ above. And this guy, God bless him, he loves the weed, but he liked to somkey the weed, apparently, and not smoke the weed. How do you fuck that up? Seriously. I have, again, a lot of tattoos, and we like triple check the placement, the spelling, the everything. I just don't understand how so many people can be so stupid. I really don't. Looks like Michael Jackson. What, this one right here? I can't believe somebody ended up with that on their skin permanently. It's just so wrong. Thank God I had wicked tattoo artists that never done fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to pull this trick off before I go. I've never thought to do this, but you see so many retards out there that literally park and they think they're, for whatever reason, especially more so you see it with the fancier cars. But I would love to be that guy that he actually carried chalk around for 10 months in his car just so he could do this. And he drew special lines for the special parking person. I can't remember if I showed that before, but it's still here in the system. And now it's going to go. Speaking of gone, it looks like this lady's neck has gone left her. That is a pretty, I don't know if this is special effects. I don't think it is, because I saw a series of these photos and her neck actually is up straight in the other photos. But I was really captivated by how she can drop her neck down like that. And God bless her, eh? Doesn't matter how old you are. Keep pounding away on those the photography and your hobbies and stuff. Sorry, I got sidetracked because I was reading Wade's comment. He says, no, the Marilyn Monroe one, which is what? Oh, yeah, this one. Michael Jackson. Yeah, eh? It sort of does too. I still see sort of a cracked out Ronald McDonald. I think if that hair was red, it would definitely look. And I did have that Ronald McDonald one in here, and I deleted it a little while ago, and it would have made perfect sense. Listen, I think that's it. That's all. I think we've done and said enough tonight. I'm tired. I'm really excited for Wednesday's show. I hope Paul Langlois will be here. If not, I promise you it'll be next week. My boy won't let me down. They've got a huge announcement tomorrow, so stay tuned for that on Wednesday. I'll let you know. As soon as I know, you'll know. Huge thanks to my boys from the band Feral Minks. I really had a blast talking to those guys tonight. Appreciate Kent now taking the time to join us. Guy's got 2 kids. He's in a band trying to win Rock Search. Please make sure you go vote for them. Feral Minks at www.iheartradio.com. It's the 97.7 Hits FM Rock Search. Go vote. It's once an hour. It's real easy. Just go doink, doink, hit the couple of buttons, and boom, vote for the Feral Minks. All right? Yeah, I've seen enough too, Wade, and heard enough. I'm going to go and watch. I think the Jays game's over. They didn't fare so well tonight. But it is what it is. It's the Toronto way. No, not really. The Jays are pretty good. Anyways, go vote for them. Their brand new single, go check it out. It's called The Good Time Ball and Chain. It's an amazing video. We played a bit of it here tonight. It's a get you in the mood song for whatever, whether you need pumping up, whether you're in a bad mood and you just want to feel better. Go pump on Good Time Ball and Chain by Feral Minks. It'll get you in a good mood. And watch the video. It'll help even more. Make sure you vote for him on Rock Search. Right on. Okay. Paul Langlois Wednesday. If not, it'll be next week. Hopefully Guillaume Berdure. He's still I'm watching the shows. I think I'm on season 5 now out of 7. Amazing gold mining show, Yukon Gold. Go check him out. Guillaume Berdure. He's one of the head guys on there, and he should be joining us hopefully in the next week or two, as soon as we can line up a time. All right. That's it. That's all. I'm out of here. We'll see you Wednesday. Have a great rest of the week. I really appreciate you all tuning in tonight. Again, please go check out the Feral Minks. Let's help them win this goddamn contest. That's it. That's all. That's all I got tonight. I'll see you later. Bye.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
Peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious. Wonderful.
I checked the line. go. I checked the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee live. Bondzee on YouTube.